Right.
John Bolton.
So nice to see you.
Marcus, good.
So nice to see you, Marcus.
Likewise.
Good. Why don't you have Marilyn? You have a seat right here, and I'll sit right here. Yeah. So so this is your financial aid counselor?
Yes.
He seems like a helpful guy.
Yes.
So I learned a little bit about Marilyn's situation. I know that you were originally at the University of Detroit, right?
Yes, I was at University of Detroit Mercy my first year.
But the tuition just turned out to be too high.
Yes, the tuition was so expensive. It was like $30,000 a year. And even though I had a full ride at University of Detroit Mercy, I wasn't able to pay off everything.
Right.
So I took out a $5,000 loan, and then I left there because it was so expensive. I just couldn't afford it.
Right.
Because my father's disabled.
Mm-hmm.
He's been disabled for about 24 years now,
right.
So he doesn't really help me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I came here, and I got a completely full ride. Like, all my prerequisites, my Pell Grant took care of everything.
Good.
And then once I got into the dental hygiene program, I needed a little bit more money. I needed like $4,000 for a hygiene kit, and Nelnet helped me take out a loan for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have about $1,000 that I had to pay for like my Northeast regional boards,
right.
and all that. So I also took out another loan for that.
Okay.
So
Marcus, is Maryland's situation fairly typical of students here? The Pell Grants cover a sizable chunk of tuition, but they still have additional expenses that they've got to deal with, and they're typically working and maybe don't have a lot of support. They have a lot of emotional support, but don't have a lot of financial support from their families. Is that
Absolutely. Maryland's situation is very typical. The majority of our students who apply for financial aid receive the maximum or very close to the maximum federal Pell Grant
right.
amount, which is increasing $421 for the 8-9 year. And so if there is a need to purchase additional supplies, being a dental hygiene student, of course there is, and so they can qualify for a federal Stafford loan.
Okay. And the interest rate these days is about 6%.
Yes, it will be 6% for 8-9. It's currently 6.8.
Where is it that the students start getting into trouble in terms of financial aid? What's a situation that you confront as a counselor that comes up that creates a roadblock where students end up not finishing or just having problems or ending up being loaded up with too much debt?
Perhaps borrowing more than they need. Students can borrow up to the unmet need amount, but in some cases it may not be required. I see that as a road to destruction if they borrow more than they need initially. In most cases, we counsel students and tell them to save that need until they matriculate on to a 4-year college or university where costs are higher than our colleges at the district.
Right. Are there a lot of students transferring from 2-year to 4-year programs here?
Yes, absolutely.
So, Marilyn, now, given that it sounds like you've been very responsible and you've been taking care of your business and watching your costs, how is it that suddenly now you've got your $1,500 short for paying the remainder of your tuition? What happened?
Just gas prices. And I had already taken out the maximum amount of loans that I was able to take out through Nelnet. And just the gas prices. I mean, I live about 20 minutes away from the college that I go to. I go to the Northwest campus, and I live around here. So, I mean, gas prices being $4 an hour, I can't work hardly as much as I used to before. And I've just started using that money for my for gas money.
Right.
And it's either pay the tuition right now or make sure I have my board money. I have to take a Northeast Regional Boards, which costs me $175. I have to take my clinical exam, which is costing me $875, plus the gas money, and then an extra like $300, $400 for 3 more tests that I need to take. So all that tax on, especially at $4 a gallon now. So.
Right. So what are we going to do to get you this $1,500? Marcus, you got any idea?
Absolutely.
What are we going to do?
Maryland has about $2,600 in unmet need, and our objective is to meet that need outside of loans, outside of Stafford loans. So we will look at other funding sources, federal, state,
Okay.
grant sources, so your need can be met without incurring any additional debt.
That's what we're going to try to do. We'll work on it. If it turns out to, oh no. It sounds like you're going to make it. You're going to be fine. It's just hard. Especially working and going to school at the same time. And then taking care of your dad, you probably have to take care of that too. But you get tired sometimes? Well, we're proud of you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know, the key is just hanging in there. But you've been making good choices. So you're going to do terrific.
Thank you.
You'll be cleaning teeth in no time. So, well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. We really are proud of you. Marcus, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For taking the time. Come on,
Thank
let's
you.
go talk to some other students. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an older brother.
Yeah. What's he doing?